This video is brought to you by Squarespace. We are really starting to get somewhere with this apartment. Last week we finally painted all the walls. Now we've got one surface left that is not finished yet, and that is the floor. And today we're gonna do the floor in the entrance area. That floor is gonna consist of a cast concrete base with heating cables inside of it and a tiled top. Now you've seen me do all those things before. It's exactly the same process as we did in the bathroom. So instead, Billy here is gonna do that entire process basically by herself. We'll go through all the steps. We're just gonna do both the casting and tiling. We're gonna use some really large format tiles, and we're even gonna use a tile color that none of us has ever used before. Woo! Haha! Real quick, before we get started on that, there's one thing that we already have done, and that is lay all the heated floor cables for this entire hallway area. And all this was provided to us by Bugman Comfort, the same guys that have also provided us with heated cables for the bathroom. And we're also gonna use their system to do the heated flooring underneath the wooden floors in the rest of the apartment. This process was super easy. The cable came pre-laid out on a mat that I literally just had to roll out. There's some sticky tape on there, stuck that down, and with very minimal work, all this was laid out and super quick and easy. Just this morning, the electrician was here and checked that everything is all right. So basically, we can start casting now. But before that, we're gonna start with a piece of expanding foam around the perimeter, exactly the same as we did in the bathroom, so that the cast concrete slab has a little bit of wiggle room and doesn't press on the wood or walls. And since we're doing a whole perimeter of this stuff all the way around, it will also help a little bit with keeping all the concrete inside and not flowing out. Also, before we attach the heating cables, we primed the entire floor, and right before this, Vilda again primed heating cables and the floor just to make sure that the concrete sticks to everything. Right, now in the off chance that this will get messy, I mean it probably will, we're masking off our freshly painted walls. By we, I mean Vilda's doing it. Now while Vilda's getting all that ready, I've been preparing all the concrete that we're gonna use. We're gonna use this fiber reinforced concrete by Bostik, the same stuff that we used in the bathroom. Luckily this time, this concrete slab just needs to be flat. There's no pitch towards the drain or anything, so we can mix it a lot more viscous so it flows out nice and flat. Now, if there's one thing that I learned when I tried to do this by myself in the bathroom the last time, is that it's really hard to try and both mix all this goop and try and apply it and get it nice and smooth and even by yourself. So the plan is that I'll be over here mixing all this goop, and then Vilda can deal with pouring it in, getting it level, and all the rest. Now in preparation for this, I pre-measured all the water that we're gonna use for all the bags, because waiting for the water to fill up in between all the batches and then mixing just took way too long the last time. Right, are you ready?
Yes.
To cast?
No.
What's that?
Measure pins. So these ones are cut to 24 millimeters because that is the height of the cast.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one has a little tape on it. And then you put it on the floor, like here. And then you know how far you want to cast.
So we're just placing these randomly throughout the floor so we have a level that we know when they're covered. We don't need that many.
But it's good to have.
Yeah.
That many. Yeah.
Put them somewhere.
I mean, we have two more. Corner. Ba-da-bum.
Look at that! We are doing it! Are you getting ready to get in?
Yes.
Just maybe, potentially. Last one. What do you think? You happy? I mean, look at the reflection. That's pretty straight. What do you say? No? Okay.
What? I think it's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
To be honest, this went way better than when I tried it the first time. You didn't even have to use your shoes.
I know. Oh, I'm kind of sad about that. I kind of wanted to go in.
Do you want to go in?
No.
Well, I think you did fantastic. So
You too.
see you again in 2 days.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, where are you going?
What do you think? Are you happy?
The only anomaly is over there.
What happened there, baby?
Don't know what happened there, but it's not a problem.
Apart from that little sinkhole, everything else looks fantastic. Everything is pretty much level. No major gaps anywhere. All right, we're ready to do the tiles, and we've actually also finally decided on some tiles. You want to show them? And to start with, Vilde is going to take all these tiles and dry fit them onto the floor here. So we're first doing a dry fit just to make sure that everything fits. We did get quite lucky with the tiles that we finally landed on. They almost perfectly should add up to 4x2 full rows and then one last row of just halves. So with the help of a laser, Vilde is going to lay out all the tiles. We'll also use the proper spacer pieces so that the whole thing is as close as possible to the final result. Obviously, we're gonna make it super easy with the teeny tiny gaps. She's currently marking where all the tiles will go. We're missing about a centimeter lengthwise, so we'll have to do some minor trimming on the 2 last ones there. Now next up, cutting the tiles for there. None of us have ever used a tile cutter like this before. We rented this massive monstrosity. Vilde is gonna try and cut this tile exactly in half. By the way, we only have 1 additional tile to mess up. No pressure.
But she said like slight pressure.
Yes.
What is slight pressure?
I don't know. A fair bit.
That was helpful, thank you.
To be honest, I don't think that was hard enough. That sounded better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Break it?
Let's try. Woo! Haha!
It's not that great, was it?
That was pretty close.
It's not very straight.
Look at that, perfect. Over in the corner there is all gonna be hidden from like here by a big cabinet. And on that side, it's pretty much perfect.
That's why he lets me do it, because it's not going to be visible. Much better.
So look at this thing.
It's a little bit flawed,
What do you mean?
but it works.
We'll take it. Good job.
Thank you.
Right, tiles are successfully cut. Vilde's mixing up some tile adhesive. The plan now is to do the first 6 tiles. But with all the other ones, we need some slight adjustments. And we need to do that with the angle grinder, for which it's a bit late. We're already pushing it with this noise and annoying the neighbors. So we'll do the first 6 now and then cut the rest tomorrow, daytime. Someone's nervous.
Okay.
Perfect. Here's the fun part. To make it like extra hard for her, we're gonna try and match the height of that floor with what's gonna become the floor here. So underlayment, floor heating, vinyl floor, and these 2 should be the same height. Now, are they? These are too low. We need to add a little bit. We're just gonna switch to a bigger one of these to give a bit more height. Okay, look at that. A little bit proud. That's perfect.
Straight-ish.
What do you mean straight-ish? That's bloody damn perfect. Okay, we're back for round 2. It's now actually the day after. Yesterday we managed all of 1 tile. Stuff did take a little bit longer than planned. I think we did pretty well. This thing is perfectly flat, the exact right height, and we're now moving on to tile number 2. While Wilde was at work today, I had a little bit of time to trim off the last little bits on the tiles that we cut yesterday. So now all the tiles should fit, and the goal for today is to finish up all the tiles. Yes. We're also switching strategies. This time we'll do the trowel lines on the floor and the back quadrant on the tiles. Right, so we want these two to be the same height. Okay, first one for the done. Look at this, exactly the same height, 1 millimeter gap. All right, let's see how Vilde is doing. Look at this.
I did get help though.
How's the experience been so far?
You know what? When I saw you tile the bathroom, I was kind of thinking like, that doesn't look that hard.
And now?
Now I realize that it is harder than I expected. It has definitely been a stressful experience. It has taken much longer time. You said 1 hour. We're gonna do this in an hour. We did not.
Yeah, it also took us a week and a bit to tile the bathroom, so.
Yeah. But that's a different story though.
Now, this feels like a lot of tile adhesive because obviously we're never making it easy for ourselves. And we wanted the tiles at the edge to match the height of the floor, which meant that we had to build up quite a bit, and now we're stuck with doing that for all the other tiles as well. Now while Vilde is doing the tiles, I'll quickly tell you about today's sponsor, Squarespace. What I usually do when not renovating old apartments is making design stuff. In this workshop, things like 3D printed boxes or pieces of furniture. And I sell the build plans and 3D files for those on my website. A website which I created using Squarespace. So Squarespace enabled me to super quickly and easily create my own website. It was really easy to set up. All I did was choose from any of their award-winning templates and get started creating my own website right away. They have all the features, including e-commerce templates, a simple checkout process, secure payments, and inventory management. You can also buy domains directly through Squarespace with no hidden fees or price hikes. They have a ton of different ones to choose from, everything from .com and .net to more fun and interesting ones like .art or the one I'm using, alch.shop. You can now even create pro-level videos effortlessly. The Squarespace Video Studio app helps you make and share engaging videos to tell your story, grow your audience, and drive sales. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, head to squarespace.com/ALCH for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Hope it fits. Okay.
Oh, it's so little.
Wouldn't it be fun if I like broke this one last tile?
Then for the wiggles, and we're left with a very, very nice transition. Ha! That was all tiles.
I know. I'm so happy.
Now it's time for a bit of cleanup, and then for tomorrow, we'll do some grouting.
Awesome.
Very last step, some grout. Looks great. Cool. I think that looks really good.
I think it's done.
It's done?
Yeah.
You know what?
No.
You did this. Like, all of it.
I did.
Also, one thing that I want to mention, while I was cutting the tiles, I realized that these things are really hard to cut, even harder than the ones that we used in the shower. Also, these are like cast porcelain tiles, I think. So like that texture goes all the way through and they're just ground down to reveal that finish. So the tile cutter on these, I think was gonna be really hard no matter what.
Oh, that makes me feel better.
Yeah. Because normally the tiles are completely uniform on the inside and not this scrambled mess of bits and pieces. All right, well, I think that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for doing all the hard work. We're now off to the next project, which you can already see the start of, and that is the layout for the kitchen, and then we're gonna do the flooring in here. So, make sure to subscribe, ring that bell.
Is there more?
There's no more. No.
Subscribe!
And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.